I come from and live in one of the most beautiful places in the world, where fairies and mermaids disguise themselves as flying fish. And when you're lost, there is always the mother to listen and take care of you. My name is Zinga. On this channel, the Afro Fairy Goddess. And just like you, I had a plan for the new year. Not much different from the years before, to be honest, but I did want to add a little molasses to this offering. The quote-unquote new year for me is really signified by my birthday. However, this new year still has its vibes about it, and I acknowledge the world's new year nonetheless. It's a collective energy in the community where we take an inward look of who we are, what we're doing, and where on earth we're supposed to be going. Today, I felt muddled in this new year. Things aren't going exactly according to plan, and I usually go to one of my favorite spots on the island. It is a small tree with seashell wind chimes that one of the Rastafarian elders who meditate here hung up. Sometimes you can't hear the message as much as you need to see them. So that's when you need to divine. From runes, to shells, to clouds, to even traditional cards. I've been divining. I think it was passed down to me in my blood, but that's another story for another time. And yes, feelings would come out. The thing we tend to avoid the most. Funny, this card would pop out as I sit by the bank. Water is an emotional energy. I'm a water sign as well, but I've disconnected a lot, especially throughout the past few years of this global segregation. She wants me to visit more. I promised I would. I thanked her for her comfort and took that going home. Now at peace, I wanted to carry that comfort with me as I nourished my body for the first time today. The best thing for me is a healthy bowl of soup. This particular recipe, with its herbs and spices and specific ground provisions, were given to me by my great-grandmother. Sometimes when I need ancestral guidance, I cook soup. A big pot that I can dip in throughout the day, that I can feed the household just like her. When I cook on my cauldron, I feel that peace. And there are vast amounts of memories that hit me in my face with its steam. Everything I know about myself happened in the kitchen with a mahogany tree looking black woman. Straight back, wooden spoon, and an apron that had too many uses to even think about. To wipe tears, to cleanse small hands, or to hold hot pots. These are the types of memories I will take with me forever. Hey, what's going on? I am the Afro Fairy Goddess, finally back on YouTube. First of all, thank you for watching if you've gotten this far. I just wanted to come on officially in this space. As usual, whenever you're going to do a video, There's traffic and dogs and telephones and other mini emergencies that you try to get rid of, but they never really go away. So if you hear everything, including the crickets and the whistling frogs, just be aware and bear with me until further notice. But welcome to the Afro Fairy Goddess. Today was extremely magical for me. It's been a while since I actually went to the beach, and even though I live on an island with beautiful glass water, it is at times difficult to get to the beach because everybody thinks that you live here, you go there. One of the biggest lessons for me so far at the beginning of this calendar year is that there is a need for feeling. We have been away from each other in person, not necessarily virtual. I think that that has been abused in every way possible. But I think that we want to feel now. We want to feel like we are a part of something bigger again. And having that part of ourselves being lost in the wilderness of that type of segregation was hard on a lot of people, and I think even more so for those who may have been by themselves. I think that feeling is a very big part of who we are spiritually. I think that without feeling and without acknowledgement of the feeling, and more so the negative or what we consider to be negative, the sad, the angry, the depressed, that we need to go through what we need to go through in order to get to the other side. There is no learning without going through the valley. There is no learning without patience and trusting yourself and not shaming yourself for feeling the way you feel. Going through this channel in the coming year, I do hope to be able to feel more, and I encourage you to feel more as I continue with my storytelling from a very small island on your world map. And hopefully it is something that can inspire you to be bigger, to feel more. Like I said, I'm no stranger to YouTube, so this whole journey is new again, learning or relearning the newer apps, the newer software, and getting the newer software here as well. My intention for this channel is to be as inspirational as possible, to share my journey truthfully as it relates to Afro spirituality. Where do I go from here? I'm not sure. I'll be very close to the ocean, that's for sure. I'll be very close to the gullies, because we ain't got no forest. But I'll be very close to the gullies and nature and plants and trees and all of the wonderful things that make this world perfect. I heard a meme today, and it said, people say that hell is a place on earth. Well, if hell is here, heaven can also be here. And I hope that whatever hell that you're going through, you can probably change your perspective or feel the feelings and go through what you need to go through to have your heaven here on earth. If you've been liking this content so far, my very first video here on this channel, be sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell, as well as checking out my podcast, the Afro Fairy Goddess Podcast. You can listen to that on all streaming platforms, Apple, Spotify, the list goes on and on and on. And you can also check out my website, the Afro Fairy Goddess gmail.com. I am the Afro Fairy Goddess, and I am here to remind you to always believe in your magic.